Hello and welcome to Feedback. My name is Annie.
And I'm Scott.
And let's start off with some stuff about Google Glass.
Well, yeah, we're talking about the tech feedback. We started off that episode asking people for dares and stuff to do here. So Samuel Roberts, frequent commenter, said, "Dare, eat a ghost chili. I might feel bad if you did it, but I'm willing to take that risk."
What is a ghost chili?
Ghost chili is the hottest chili on the planet according to the Scoville scale of heat. However, we were not able to get a ghost chili. We couldn't get one in time. If we do get one, I will do that on air, but in the meantime, just as a kind of placeholder rain check for you, Sam, we did have some Cholula and a shot glass in the kitchen. So throughout this episode, I'll just be taking shots of Cholula while we talk about your comments.
I've done this before.
Yeah, this isn't bad.
It's, yeah. Well.
I mean, it hurts on the way out. It doesn't hurt on the way in. It hurts on the way out.
Okay, well, I guess we'll continue talking about technology in the meantime.
Just vamp for me.
Davey1233 writes, due to the fact you've never illegally illegally downloaded, torrented any files, what files did you download / torrent? Probably episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm. If I did.
I would say for me, it was probably I never torrented Photoshop or any. Yeah. Oh, you want some? Oh, that's good. Yeah, I never torrented Photoshop or movies such as Star Wars. I don't know.
Really?
Well, it was a long time ago. A galaxy far, far away. All right, let's
Moving on to the recent hack of the AP Twitter account. This was a big deal. It caused some stock market negative activity that recovered, but it was a big deal that we reported on earlier in the week. And Joseph Dixon writes, Twitter really needs two-part authentication, especially since their services have real-world value. And actually, Wired is now reporting, as we're taping this, that they are testing it internally. Twitter hasn't come out and confirmed this directly yet, but there are definitely signs that it's coming soon, including a job listing that was posted back in February calling for somebody who specializes in multi-factor authentication. So I think we can expect this very soon from Twitter. Yeah. How's that?
Cool. I like it. It's good. It's good. You know, I really appreciate that Twitter is finally doing. You want one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right. Well, I really appreciate that Twitter's finally doing two-factor authentication, especially in this day and age.
Absolutely.
Do you want half a shot or a full shot?
I'll just start with half a shot.
Okay.
Kevin also writes, there are tweets being posted on my account that I didn't write. I don't know what to do. I think my account got hacked. It's probably time to change your password or stop leaving your phone around where your mischievous coworkers and friends can get to it and post things on your behalf.
So speaking of Twitter, I did the story about Twitter hashtag music and how I kind of thought it was a waste of time. GB Gamer 117 wrote in saying, if it has Twitter in the title, you can be sure it's a waste of time. It kind of is. I've used it a couple more times. Are you okay?
Yeah.
All right. I've used it a couple more times since then, and it still isn't getting any better. Key of D99 writes in asking, Scott, please talk to Annie to get her to do some outtakes as well.
Well, it's hard because I don't make mistakes.
I know. I was gonna say you're just a one shot.
Are all perfect.
One and done. That old Annie Gaus. She's just a one-take girl.
Not true.
Not true at all.
Next up, how to spot a fake review online. I offered a few basic tips on how to spot those fake reviews and all those product reviews you see online. Kevin writes, another way to spot a fake review is if it addresses a negative review directly or a common problem with the software. I don't know why everyone is saying this is horrible. For example, I have no issues at all. That's an obvious plant. Happens all the time with software reviews. Thank you. I've also noticed on sites like Gawker a lot, like the fake reviews will address the person who wrote the article. They'll be like pretending to sort of react to the article like great piece, but here's how to make $1,000 online every day, blah, 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 that kind of stuff.
That was a great point, Annie. Here's some free Air Jordans.
Exactly. Yeah. Wilhelm3989 also writes, not listen to people with numbers at the end of their username? Thanks, really, thanks. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that to be a blanket statement. I'm sure you have a perfectly legitimate reason for having those numbers
Maybe
at the
it's
end of
his
their
birthday.
username.
I don't know. That's a cool thing to have. All right, so next up, I talked about the Virtuix Omni, which is the omnidirectional controller. Okay, yeah, that's all we have. I saved half for you. And Michael E. wrote in saying, while I think it's a fantastic idea, I also think people are not very willing to give up their godlike power of being the puppeteer pulling the strings in a virtual world. Yes, totally agree with you. If you've ever run on a treadmill, it gets kind of boring after a while. If you've ever played with the Oculus Rift, it gets kind of dizzying. Okay, I'll finish that one. It gets dizzying after a couple of seconds. So I don't know how long you can marathon something like this, which is what Mike Law 709 brought up, saying, great idea until you puke from running around for 30 minutes. Seriously, lots of gamers are overweight. This will make them thin. This will make them quit using it and go back to a controller and a pizza. I don't know. I mean, if you play something like Team Fortress 2, the Scout runs 40 miles an hour. So if you're gonna keep up with what the character does, you're gonna have to do some Flash-like running. So I think it's a cool idea. I think it's more of a novelty. I don't think it'll take off. Plus, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge.
I didn't pay attention to anything you just said because of the burning in my throat.
It's okay. No one else online did.
All right, next up. Amazon Prime's original show Betas, which I liked. I was quite impressed with it, actually. People seem to have strong opinions about the show Zombieland. Mr. Volty Squirrel says that it's terrible and it's an insult to the far, far, far superior film. Meanwhile, Greg says, Zombieland, Zombieland, we love Zombieland. My wife and my niece totally love this show and hope to see many more episodes. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, but
I'm really curious now because I feel like I just want to see what side of the fence I'm on.
Yeah, because I've seen the film, I haven't seen the show, but I mean, if it falls in line with most television shows that come from movies, it's probably not that great. You know, there's a couple exceptions, Parenthood and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Although the first version of Parenthood was terrible. Look that one up with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
And Ed Begley Jr.
Ed Begley Jr. also in Betas.
Yeah, he's making the rounds. He's making the rounds. Also, don't look up the Ferris Bueller television show with what's her name? Jennifer Aniston. That show's terrible.
Oh wow, I didn't know she did that.
Yeah, she did that right before Friends.
Hey, let's end this episode now so I can drink some water.
Okay, you really need some water. I could do this all day. We just ran out of Cholula. If you guys have more things you want us to do in tech feedback, more dares, real dares, put them down below because we actually kind of really want to do them. Because this was not bad at all. This was actually kind of delicious. I have not eaten yet. If you like what you saw, subscribe to the channel. And until next time, we'll see you here on Tech Feed in a couple of hours.
My name is Annie.
And I'm Scott.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. You all right?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, good.
See, I kind of wish I was an anteater so I could just stick my tongue in there and just go, I'm gonna just clean this shot glass.
You can't get in there? Yeah, you can.
Kind of. Like a bear trying to get honey.
My eyes are watering.
Really? It's because you're sad?
It's because I'm crying.
Oh, okay.
From sadness, not the sauce.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was super